Front with us now, Congressman Adam Smith. He is the top Democrat on the House Armed Services Committee. Congressman, thanks for being here. You just heard from our correspondent in Moscow. The Russians, they aren't completely focused on a ceasefire. They're talking about the potential of resetting U.S.-Russia relations, the potential of economic and arms deals with the United States. What does that tell you?
Well, what Putin wants is he wants to be able to continue to pursue his objectives in Ukraine, which is basically to take over Ukraine one way or the other while continuing to build a better relationship with the U.S. That's what he's going to try to do. Now, obviously, that's directly contrary to our interests and European interests and certainly Ukrainian interests. And that's the test for President Trump. Will he be able to stand up to this charm offensive that Putin's trying to put forward as he's basically trying to con Trump into letting him have Ukraine? That's where we're at, which is why it's so important for President Trump to push back hard against that and say, you want a better relationship? I'm fine with it, but you got to stop the war in Ukraine, and Ukraine has to be a sovereign democratic country when that is done.
I mean, Trump going in is projecting optimism heading into this, but I mean, he has been all over the place in terms of what he's at least publicly stating are the goals and expectations here. I mean, you remember we talked about this earlier, that first this was a meeting that was a listening only exercise. Then Trump threatened these severe consequences if Putin didn't agree to stop the war. And today he's moving past this first meeting already and looking to the second. Listen to this.
The more important meeting will be the second meeting that we're having. We're going to have a meeting with President Putin, President Zelensky, myself, and maybe we'll bring some of the European leaders along, maybe not.
What do you think of his assessment going in and what it does?
I think President Trump has long believed that there's nobody that he can't win a discussion with. I mean, remember, this is what he did with Kim Jong-un during his first term. I forget the phrase he used, but they exchanged letters and they were very fond of each other. And he was convinced that he could just sit down with Kim Jong-un and everything would be solved. That's not the way the world works, but it's pretty much a straightforward theme. President Trump, remember, he was going to end the war with Ukraine in a day. He was going to solve the Mideast peace process. It's part of Trump's sort of bluster to say, I'll show up, everything will be fixed. But now, 7-8 months into this term, he's also got to confront reality, which is that it hasn't been fixed. So he still has that bluster of, I'll charm him, everything will be fine. And then he's throwing out the caveats because of what he's learned in the last 6 or 7 months, that doesn't always work. So it's a bit of a confused, mixed message. I don't think he knows for sure exactly what he could get out of this meeting.